Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. Hope you had a wonderful one with your family and friends. And as we had planned, we're going to talk about today is cheers to the new year. Actually, focus on the word cheer on each letter, CHEER. And how do we help our senior loved ones cope with after holiday loneliness? Um, it is very prevalent after all the festivities and all everybody getting together for the holidays. Afterwards, there is a lot of reflection, but more importantly, there's a lot of loneliness because maybe families are away. So that's what we're going to discuss and how we could circumvent that and provide some really good tools and some aspects of them not feeling that lonely. To start off with, the holidays are time for family and friends to be together to celebrate and enjoy each other's company. For many reasons, the holiday seasons are a time of reflection and can be full of mixed emotions as they reminisce about the celebrations that they were part of and those loved ones that are no longer with us. Even if a senior loved one lives independently in their own home or amongst others in a community, there may be a confliction with feelings of loneliness, especially during the holiday season. To assist your senior loved one in remaining strong, lively, and engaged, and to avoid isolation and loneliness all year long, consider using the Cheers plan. Okay, for the first letter, being C, is to check on your loved one frequently. Not just by a phone call, maybe dropping in is important. There's a whole host of things that you could find when you go to their home. Maybe clutter, maybe soiled laundry or unkept food. But you could get a really good idea of what's going on in the household that they're living independently. Sometimes the scent of the home of somebody's incontinent and having that scent being brought to your attention. But also taking like an inventory of the nutritious food that they are engaging in. Because quite honest with you, sometimes they go and purchase or they have delivered food that might not be nutritious, that are laden with salt, like frozen foods, and that might not be conducive to their comorbidities or just general health. Are they being hydrated enough? Are they drinking enough? So those are things that you want to take, into consideration. Their medication, is it in order? Is it expired? Does it look like they're taken repetitiously? Very important. And really to check on their ADLs. ADLs are activities of daily living that most therapists engage in, especially occupational therapists. And when it's focused on, you could really see the deficit in these ADLs, and that might be a reason why they're not really thriving. So the activities of daily living that we really could concentrate while go visiting them is their eating behavior, as we described the nutritious meals, bathing, dressing. Are they frequently taking baths? They might be afraid to take baths because of or fear of falling. Dressing, does it look like they have unkept clothes? Is there a lot of soiled laundry? Are they in the same clothes continuously? Grooming, that's brushing teeth, dentures, taking care of oral care, taking a shower, washing their hair is really important just the same. Toileting and mobility. Toileting is like we were saying that if somebody's incontinent, to make sure that they do have those supplies, they are changing often, and they don't leave it around the house to soil the furniture, but more importantly, the scent of it. Mobility. Everybody takes into consideration when they're at home that they're not using walkers or assisted devices because they know the area. But abnormality of gait could be anywhere. So, we get a little bit relaxed more at home for the mobility, but that should be checked upon. Is the walkways clear? Is it there clutter that could actually provoke falls as well too? So their safety needs and And hazards and barriers are really something that you really want to check to prevent falls. That's very, very important. And if they need assistance, this is a time to discuss it. Maybe having home care come into the home, or maybe go into assisted living, that could be provided for them quite nicely. So now the next letter after the word C in cheer is H. Help your senior loved one to stay engaged. Nothing is more important is to not just exist, is to look forward to the next day. Activities, stimulation, friends, that's why I'm wearing this shirt, is the fact that if they're home alone, they're probably not interacting with a lot of their friends because how do they get to their friends? Maybe inclement weather. Like if you're living up north, there is snow on the ground, they're not able to get to the neighbor next door. But that adds into the depression, is not having a conversation or doing something, and them really sitting in front of the TV all day. So stimulation and engagement is important. They might not be able to go to their churches or their civic associations because there's no transportation to get there, inclement weather. But that is something that engagement and activities with friends is important. That's the great thing about senior living communities, that friendships are ingrained. It's all under one roof. So there's no worry about inclement weather. And they gather together. May it be for bingo, a sing-along, exercise. There are so many things that they can do and gather together. Their calendars are quite full. They don't have to do all the activities, but if they engage in something during the day, they're not existing. They're actually filling their days quite liberally. So senior living communities are very helpful for loneliness and friendships. But talking to them at this period of time is maybe being afraid to be accepted by new friends. Maybe you can encourage to go to some of the festivities with them. If you're far away, there is usually at the senior living communities, there is usually ambassadors, and I call them big brothers and big sisters, and they engage. They are the ones that go knock on their door and say, it is time for crafts, and you're going to come, like, come with me and be my guest. So doing that is important. And guess what? Even the activity of having a meal with somebody makes all the difference in the world. Breaking bread with somebody is something that you're engaging in. So, when you're eating alone at home, you're just eating just to get the nourishment and just get it over with, when it could be actually a wonderful engagement period is actually having a meal with others. So it might be something that you could also help now that the holidays are over, is getting decorated for the next holiday, for Valentine's Day. Decorate the front door, decorate around the home, something that would be wonderful for them to engage in. Also bringing by maybe grandchildren, great-grandchildren is something that they look forward to. They love the youth of it as well. So capture more memories, and that's a gift that keeps on giving, is creating memories. And no better way than taking pictures, and the next time you visit is maybe have it framed or put it in a photo album, that they could actually go through all the memories that they have enjoyed with you during this period of time. So now the next letter in the word cheer, we did C, H, now is E. Empower them to continue to live independently. If they have a lot of comorbidities and it's unsafe for them to live at home, the encouragement is real, but unfortunately they do have stumbling blocks to get over. Where you can assist a loved one with home care to live still at home, that they are getting some services, but making sure that proper safety is in order, because what times of the day is it important to have home care? At night, most people say, oh, they're sleeping at night, they don't need anybody. What happens if somebody's getting up at night and going to the bathroom frequently? There could be a fall. So having home aides there at home is probably essential. Also is to have medical alarms, lanyards or medical alerts are something that's important. Making sure that their mobility devices are up to right heights, making sure that a physical therapist is make sure they're adjusting their walker, and then also maybe setting up a food delivery program to them so that they can remain independent and food is being delivered to their home. Excuse me, so they can remain healthy and safe. Pardon me. So this is a time to have that discussion, what services are out there, and maybe that a senior living facility is a viable option at this point because that is all done under house. The meals are there. There's care staff that's watch over them. And of course, the engagement. Sorry about that. I'm all choked up, and needless to say. Okay, the next letter in cheer, we did CHE. Now we got the other E, and this is to enjoy your precious time together. Encourage getting together often and attending activities and functions is really something important. But participating in it with them is really, really something that, like I said before, it's actually creating another memory. You're actually making new memories for the future. And you can see how they're interacting with the others as well. You could be helpful in part of that interaction. So, enjoy your precious time together. We never know what our last day is, so enjoy it while it still is available to you. You never want to go through life as I would have, should have, could have. The last letter for the word cheer, as I said, we did CHEE, and now we have R, is to remember and reminisce with your loved ones. Break out the old stuff, photo albums, maybe family videos, memorabilia, music, keepsakes, or anything of that nature, and talk about the stuff from the past is important, and listen to your loved ones. Jot it down. Maybe record it is something that's really wonderful with them. As I had mentioned in previous conversations, is that I do a time to remember, actually a folder, and if you'd like to purchase it, inquire. It's a time to remember, and there's a lot of questions that you could ask your loved one that you could jot it down, and it's a keepsake for the rest of the family. I always say jot it down, but also maybe filming it also, so this way you can actually hear them respond to those prompted questions. It's a nominal cost. Inquire, and I could put that information on the bottom of this video as well too. So reminiscing is great, but we don't want to be stuck in the past. We want to bring hope to the future. So is having a plan in place. The cheer method is wonderful as long as you keep up with it and it becomes very, very active with you. And especially if you started off great now with it being January, that all the holidays have passed. Now is a very long winter for some that live with, snow and inclement weather. So it's no time better than getting it started really, really quickly. I can't say enough is this part is beginning and suggestion. I've been working with a couple of clients as of recent after the holiday that they realized that their loved one should no longer be in their home alone. And, we don't want to look like that we are pulling them out of their home. Have that experience with them. Doing tours with myself is great. Of course, I'm going to silo the appropriate facilities for them. Doing it alone is really tough. I always schedule with a lunch so they can see the engagement in the communities as well too. Because a lot of our seniors perceived senior living as it being a nursing home, and it's certainly not that. It is a lifestyle, and it's something that preserves their future and where they can age in place and safely, more importantly, and it gives you a peace of mind. So with that being said, I always lead you to my website. Yes, this is Tuesday Talks, and next Tuesday we are going to talk about 8 healthy New Year's resolutions for older adults. But I would love you to go to my website. It is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you will find my bio, ways to get in touch with me with phone number as well as email. And then also there is, various options, testimonials, resources, and a whole library of all these video talks. And then you could look in on or actually share with your loved one. But to no further ado is, I can't stress it enough. Make the move now and have that discussion with your loved ones. Have for a safe future for them. And I wish you a blessed week, and I'll see you next week when we talk about the 8 New Year's resolutions. And thank you for having me in your home, and Happy New Year, and may it be a healthy one. My motto for 2025 is be alive and thrive. Bye-bye now. Have a blessed week. Thank you.